Alrighty. I did Biden 18, I did a religious, I did guns. Just did a variety of videos. Didn't have the frickin' microphone on. I hate this camera. And then it screws up or goes like that, and then the audio doesn't line up. Square, want to come up on me? You're up a minute ago. He wants to be in the camera too. Come on. Okay, this one here is on gun control. They're trying to push through. Come on. They're trying to push through more gun control. They want to make any magazine that holds 10 or more rounds. They want to ban those. They want to ban what they consider assault weapons. Assault weapons are any weapon that basically any military uses. So if the military, you carry a sidearm, a 45, 38 or whatever, that means that that's an assault weapon. It's just nuts. So chipping away at the Second Amendment is what the Democrats do. And the funny thing is, a lot of Democrats own weapons. In the last few months here, January, February, December, they've been averaging 3 million background checks. I know you want to come up, don't you, sweetie? They want 3 million background checks every single month for the last 3 months. That's how worried people are that they're not going to be able to buy firearms. Ammunition, forget it. Come on, there you go. Cats, right? So anyway, there you go. Now you can lay down. Yeah, you can snuggle up. They also want to tax every weapon that you own. They want you to pay $800 tax on it. So you figure, well, yeah, that's only a one-time fee. No. Every weapon that you own will get taxed $800 every single year. Every weapon you own. There's people that'll be paying $16,000 a year in taxes. I can't afford that. So you know what? You got to give up your weapon then. If you can't pay the tax, and it's like, that's nuts. But it's their way of saying, okay, we can take away the weapons. They won't let us take away the weapons, but if we tax the hell out of them, they can't pay the tax, therefore they have to surrender the weapon. Any magazine over 10 rounds? Really? Mexican citizens cannot own firearms. Okay? Period. That's it. Mexican citizens cannot own firearms. Who has the highest murder rate in the world? If you guess Mexico, you're right. And citizens can't own firearms, but yet they have the highest murder rate. Crime would go through the roof in this country because all these gangbangers no, well, I can break into any house I want, and the only thing they have to defend themselves is a knife. I can go in there with a weapon. I can kill them. I can rape the wife. I can rape the daughters. Well, they're not daughters anymore. They're your child. You can't use daughter and you can't use son. That's improper. Grandmother, can't use that. Grandfather, no, can't use that. But the point is you won't have a weapon, but the bad guy will. And the last time they banned assault weapons was back when Clinton was in. And from that moment until they started selling them again, was a few years. Statistics in crime in murder rate and shootings did not go down as far as those kind of weapons being used in crimes. Didn't make a difference. Less than 2% of crime committed are committed with what they consider assault weapons. And it's like shootings at schools or a movie theater and that, they blow away at, oh, it's a mass shooting, 5 people were killed or shot. That's not a mass shooting. A mass shooting would be 20, 30, 40, 50 people. But the point is, they use that to try to take away weapons and gun control. And all these people on the left, the Democrats, are like, yeah, take away the weapons. If they would just keep their mouth shut, I would say within the next generation, most weapons would be gone. Because all these upcoming millennials, ooh, weapons are bad, they kill people. I've got a lot of guns, and so far, none of those guns have jumped up and shot me. If I get shot by one of my weapons, it's because I shot myself. Not because the gun was sitting there and says, ooh, boom, let's shoot this guy. So that's a stupid thing that people say is guns kill, people kill. No, guns do not kill people. They also want to take away your right, not your right, but they want to take away the gun manufacturer's rights to say, okay, if somebody uses a firearm and kills somebody or shoots somebody or whatever damage was done because of the firearm, they want you to be able to sue the manufacturer. So you think, okay, that's cool. No, it's not cool. You run into somebody driving your car and you kill them because GM, Ford, Mercedes, Jaguar, because they made that car, they're somehow responsible for what you did. That's nuts. And the same thing with what? You cannot hold the manufacturers. If I go on a shooting spree and I kill a bunch of people, how is that the manufacturer's responsibility? In anything, I don't care whether it's a car, whether it's a baseball bat, whether it's a machete. You kill somebody with that weapon, so that makes whoever made the weapon responsible? No, but anyway, they want to take that protection away from gun manufacturers because they know everybody will start suing the gun manufacturers and put them out of business. The NRA, they're trying to put them out of business. I'm a member of the NRA. They always ask for donations, but I won't give them any because the Lepore guy, or the guy who's in charge, I won't give him any money until he's out of there because he uses the NRA as his piggy bank. He flies overseas, stays at top hotels and stuff, charges it to the NRA saying, well, I was over there on business. There are no NRA members outside of the United States. So he's spending all that money bebopping around, and it's like, no, those are people who pay that money or give you money to help protect the Second Amendment, and what do? You take half that money and you're out blowing it. No. So I won't give him any more money until that asshole's out of there. And but anyway, your gun rights, they want to completely eliminate the Second Amendment. And they say, well, the Second Amendment, when it was drawn up, they didn't know about semi-auto, full auto weapons. They didn't have that. It was only for muskets. No. That's just bullshit. People owning weapons, firearms, is how this country got our freedom. The Minutemen, citizens that had firearms over here, they band together to stop England from ruling us. Okay? They were the ones in charge. We got fed up with that. So because we were allowed to possess firearms for hunting or whatever, that's how we gained our freedom. Without those firearms, we wouldn't have freedom. We would still be under English rule. And it's the Second Amendment. It's the second thing in the Constitution is to protect the right to bear arms. That's to protect you from tyranny, from a government taking over, from zombies taking over, from somebody invading. Anybody invades this country, guess what? Look how many people own firearms to protect themselves. You know, bad guys, like I say, they'll come in and kill you, rape you, rob you. They'll do whatever they want because they know you don't have a firearm. So, you know, going after people's weapons is just crazy. And I will never surrender my firearms. Not going to happen. I want to be able to protect myself. Period. And, yeah, this, you know, and all these idiots on the left and the Democrats, there's a lot of Democrats out there that are buying firearms because they know what's coming. They want to be able to protect themselves. And there's nothing wrong with a U.S. citizen wanting to protect themselves. And, you know, majority of shootings and murders from guns are handguns. You want to take away weapons? Okay, I can carry a handgun, slip it in the back of my pants, put it in my coat pocket, put it down my pants. Well, that guy's really hung. No, it's a 45. But anyway, that's what the crimes are committed. Most of the shootings are from handguns because it's easily concealed. Try to walk down the street with a rifle. That's hard to hide. With an AK-47, AR-15. Some of the AR-15s you can basically fold down the pistol size. So you want to take those away? Absolutely. I do not agree with you having a 30 or 35 round clip and the weapon is very short. That's too easy to conceal. So that, you know, you want to ban those? Absolutely. The bump stocks were banned. Bump stocks allowed you to fire your weapon a lot faster. Okay. Firearms, each time you pull the trigger, because they're semi-auto, each time you pull the trigger, it dispenses a round. The faster you can pull that trigger, the more rounds you can dispense. Well, the bump stock, the way it worked is it took the recoil and transferred it back to your hand so you could dispense another round faster. So they did ban those, the bump stocks. And the shooting that was in Las Vegas, that's what he had, was a bump stock on his weapon so he could fire more rounds. The shootings at theaters and schools and all that, they blow away out of proportion. Well, it's a gun-free zone. Okay. Look at all the school shootings. If the principal, vice principal, or the teachers had firearms on them, were allowed to carry those firearms, the majority of those people would not have died. Because when they reload, they're open. I mean, you can reload pretty fast, but it still takes you time to reload. As soon as you hear a gunshot, if I have a weapon on me, yeah, I'm going to take that guy out that's just randomly shooting people. Oh shit, I'm in a school. I don't have any way to defend I just got shot, now I'm laying on the floor dead. So you see, gun-free zones, what that accomplishes. Do you think that these guys that just go on random shootings in schools, they do that because they know there's not a chance in hell that anybody inside that school, unless it's an inner city school, see, then they'll be like, oh, he just insulted blacks. I didn't say blacks. And they're not blacks. They're a person of color. I'm a person of color. You know, it's like, you know, I'm beige, off-white, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, that's why they attack schools and places like that in malls, because they know most of the people don't have a gun. If a few years ago, when there was a shooting at induction centers or you know, where people go to sign up for the Army, Air Force, Marines, and that, there were some shootings there. Well, there happened to be I don't know if he was a full bird or whether he was a general. Anyway, he was there, had his firearm on him, and stopped the guy. So a lot of the recruiters' lives were saved, and the military went after, like I said, I can't remember if it was a full bird or a general. They went after him, kicked him out of the military because he had a firearm. Well, you cannot have a firearm in a recruiting station. You can't have a firearm. So even though you saved lives by having that firearm on you and you shot at the bad guy that was trying to kill everybody, you're in trouble because you had a firearm. And that's how the military works. They don't care. All they care about is the rules. A buddy of mine got an Article 15 when I was in the military. The reason he did is because he used a military vehicle. He went on a Ramstein run, and he bought a antique curio cabinet. He had that across the back of the truck because one of the gates were missing. So when he picked up the load there, without that curio cabinet being on the truck, he couldn't have brought back all that stuff back to Ryan Mayen Air Base. He got an Article 15 for using a government vehicle for personal use. You can't do that. You can't use a military vehicle for personal use. I did it when I was in. But, so anyway, he got an Article 15, lost stripe and lost money, and he had the shipping department, it's really not a shipping department, I forget what it's called, but anyway, he had them write a statement saying that if he didn't have that curio cabinet on that truck, all these aircraft parts would not have made it back to Ryan Mayen, which would have kept aircraft from being able to take off because they needed those parts. So it shows you how idiotic it is. But anyway, taken away, they're going to come at you. They don't care how they do it, what it takes. They're coming after everybody that owns a weapon. Doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. That's one thing. They're coming after you. They want to take your weapons. They want to tax you so you can't afford that weapon. They want to take away your ability to buy ammo and firearms online. Now, you think, okay, cool. No, because that firearm, like when you order a firearm, a lot of my firearms I have bought from online dealers. Well, when it's shipped to Michigan, it has to go to an FTL, somebody who holds an FTL, Federal Firearms License, in case you wonder what it stands for. They won't ship it to you unless you have an FTL. So you have to go to a gun place and have them accept the weapon for you, and they charge you $40. Some are 25, some are 40. There's a maximum amount that they can charge. And then they do the background check on you. So the background check is still getting done. And if there's a weapon you can't ship to California, they won't ship it there, period. So stopping sales of firearms online isn't going to make a difference for anything. People will just have to buy it locally. So, which is kind of good because then your local firearms dealer is going to make more money. But they don't all carry all the same weapons. Like my Polish AK-47 that I purchased, there was only one place that had that, period. You know, nationwide, online, I checked. There was only one company, and I was on a 2-year, 3-year waiting list. I think it was a 3-year waiting. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was on a 3 or 4 year waiting list, whatever it was. So anyway, they're coming after your weapons. Without the public being able to defend themselves, this country is screwed. Somebody could invade it, attack us by surprise, and they know, okay, well, the citizens can't have firearms, so we can walk across that country once we strategically take out the military. You know, if you've ever watched, oh God, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, South America and the Cubans and that parachuted in the southern part of the country, started taking over, and, you know, kids with firearms, hunting rifles, took out a lot of them. Wish I could remember the name of the movie. They did a remake of it. Anyway, it was a real good movie. And citizens have to be able to defend themselves. There's 18 states, I believe, that have passed laws for the right for you to carry, firearms. There's 24 states that allow you to openly carry, but there's 14 states that have handgun where you don't need a permit, that you can carry it. As long as you have a license for the gun, you can carry the gun. Here in Michigan, you got to have a special permit to have it in your house, and then if you want to carry it, you got to have a carry permit. So anyway, there you go. If you like it, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. Tell people, don't tell people. I think I have a lot of good videos. Yes, I ramble on. I've gotten a lot of positive comments for that. Well, you know, you could have shortened that by, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yeah, but basically, if you're sitting here watching this video, you have nothing better to do. Uh-oh, I think I just insulted half my audience. But anyway, I really appreciate anybody watching my videos, telling people about my videos. Anyway, I just really appreciate that.